Hello, I'm Robin Henning, and welcome to another Exchange Life Nugget of Truth. Last week, we looked at the three main categories of flesh: the yucky flesh, the plain vanilla flesh, and the prime rib flesh. It really doesn't matter what kind of flesh you have, what category it falls into, because it all stinketh. None of it works. But we want to help you this week to understand what are some of the patterns that are specific in your life. So I'd like for you to get a pen and paper, and I want you to take some notes, jot some things down here. So the first question that we ask is, what are your stress relievers? When you get stressed out, what do you turn to? Where are your escape routes? Some people eat, some people sleep, some people call a friend, they escape through fantasy, they play video games, they use drugs, they use alcohol. What are your escape routes? Now remember, some of them are going to be healthier than others, but nevertheless, when you're turning to these escape routes instead of to the Lord, it becomes a pattern of the flesh. Second question, how do you try to get people to like you? Okay, this is how you people please. For some people, that looks like make your friends laugh, or always perform at the top level. Never say no, be compliant, do whatever your friends want you to do, be the chameleon, be whatever they want you to be in terms of your behavior so you fit in. For some people, it's do favors, cook for someone, give them a gift, or to flirt. That's another way of trying to get people to like you. Third question, this is the most fun. How do you try to get other people to do what you want them to do? It's a very nice way of saying how do you manipulate others. Probably the most common one on this category is make them feel guilty. If you really loved me, you would. Or the mom turns to the child and says, I labored 36 hours for you. The least you can do is put your clothes in the hamper. Let's throw some tears in with those words of guilt and see if we can make it more effective. For some, it's be angry. Use your anger to create fear so people do what you want them to do. Some people use bargaining or bribery. You know, I'll give you $10 for every A, or I did this for you, now you need to do this for me. Some people will argue a point to death just till you say yes and acquiesce. Just you're only really doing it to shut them up, but still they'll use arguing and intimidation and reason and logic to get you to do what they want you to do. So what are some of those things? Remember, what are your escape routes? How are you trying to get people to like you? And how are you trying to manipulate others? Those are the three questions we ask to try to discern some flesh patterns. So take some time, prayerfully, ask the Lord to show you these things. And you can always go to our website, www.elmofgp.com, download The Way of the Cross if you click on the free downloads, and I believe it's pages 11 and 12 that have the flesh patterns list. So you can, for free, download those documents and print them out and take a good look at what your flesh patterns look like. So I hope you'll join me next week when we start talking about how to put off the flesh and put on the mind of Christ and to walk in all that God has provided for us. I hope you have a blessed day in Jesus, and we'll see you next week.